What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show. We've got episode 83, UFC Noche Shevchenko versus Grasso II. But before we get into the main event, going to start at the bottom of the card. As always, we've got Josephine Knutson versus Marnicman. Knutson minus 600 or above favorite. Do you agree with the line, or are you taking the shot on the underdog?
I like how you said UFC Noche.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Noche.
Noche.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
I have no idea why Marnicman is getting a fight here. She kind of sucks. And Knutson is a quality operator, honestly. She doesn't have all this finishing upside or whatever, but I mean, she should dominate the fight in every phase. To win this, Marnicman should need to find a lot of takedowns or something like that. I don't think she's getting any takedown. She's going to get lit up. Does she finish? I don't know. Knutson inside is plus 140. I think it's a much better look to go round 2 and 3. Arbitrage or average price is much better than 140, and I have a hard time seeing Knutson finishing inside 1. If you want to take the shot, we will be there no matter what.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I think Knutson gets it done pretty easily. Man, not UFC caliber. Sorry, I'm tweeting that we're live. We are live.
I just did.
I'm
two steps ahead always.
You forgot this time. Usually you do it before we start.
I was just checking if you will remember.
I did. So yeah, Knutson better everywhere, I think. Better striker. I think if she gets on top, she could go to work. It's just you're kind of guessing between finish and decision. I thought about finish, but Knutson just spends so much time cage pressing that I didn't really want to take it at such a short line. But I think she gets it done. Decision or inside wouldn't surprise me either way, but not a fight I'm interested in from a betting perspective. Which brings us to our next fight, which I'm also not interested in from a betting perspective. Alex Reyes taking on Charlie Campbell. Reyes coming off of one of the longest layoffs I've ever seen in the UFC. It's difficult to know what he's going to look like here. 36 years old. I think he had a pretty bad accident and was out of the sport for a long time.
And yeah, with Mike Perry.
Yeah.
She had a bad accident by fighting Mike Perry.
Yeah, I fought Mike Perry back in September 16th, 2017. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 6 years ago. Got knocked out in the first round. Had 3 canceled fights since then. All have been Reyes withdrawals besides the last one. Natan Levy pulled out of that fight. Got Charlie Campbell on the other side, 7-2. He's a guy who I feel like is pretty decent. I don't think he's like a world beater or anything. I mean, I do think he's going to be fine here against Reyes. Can't imagine Reyes comes back after 6 years injury layoff looking great. Charlie Campbell had that fight against Chris Duncan in Contender Series last year where he had him hurt really bad and ended up getting knocked out. I think this is a good spot for him. Again, the line indicates that obviously as he's a he's a minus 450, minus 550 favorite. I think the line is justified. He probably gets it done inside the distance. Do you agree with that, or do you have any different thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, God knows how Alex Reyes looks here. It's been a long time, and the last time he fought, he got knocked the fuck out by Mike Perry. And he's a finisher. He got 13 finishes in 13 wins. She's going to bang it out for sure. I mean, I think Charlie Campbell is going to kill him inside 1 round, but if you are playing Campbell inside minus 275 in a UFC debut against a guy that swings, I don't know, it's probably going to hit, but you are probably a fucking idiot. I mean, I don't know how you get to that number, and round 1 is like minus 175 or something like that, right? Something crazy. No, knockout is minus 175. Perhaps first round was, just talking of memory. I mean, I'm not interested in betting this. I think Charlie Campbell is going to win first round knockout, but I mean, you cannot pay this price. If you do, good luck. Campbell round 1 minus 121. I think that's going to hit, but I don't think that's the number. So yeah, whatever. One of the funniest knockouts of all time, Charlie Campbell versus Chris Duncan.
That was sad.
Especially since I bet Chris Duncan.
Me too.
I was like, no. Yeah! Scotland!
Yeah, that was a fun one. Tracy Cortez taking on Jasmine Jasudavicius. I went back and forth on this one in my head. I feel like Cortez is the better wrestler to the legs. Jasmine bigger, um, more of a body lock fighter. Cortez, I don't think is amazing on top, but Jasmine, and I should say, and Jasmine's kind of hard to hold down. It's an interesting fight. Like on the feet, I slightly favor Jasmine, but I feel like I favor Cortez a little bit more to get on top. If Cortez shoots to the legs, I think she can get takedowns, but Jasmine's much bigger, I think, than a lot of Cortez's past opponents. And if she tries that body lock stuff, I don't think she's going to get takedowns here. I ultimately see it being a close fight. I'll ever so slightly side to the Cortez side, but I don't have anything on it. I think it's going to probably be a 29-28 decision either way. Did you say you like the Jasudavicius side here?
No, I don't. I love Jasmine for that number against Maverick, but I mean, she's a grinder, but she's slow and she's not that great of a wrestler.
Did you not tell me that earlier this week?
Maverick kind of an idiot. I don't think I did.
I think you did.
Maybe I did, but that was probably before I did tape or something. But
Yeah,
I don't think I did. Are you throwing shade on my name, Andrew?
No, not at all.
I mean, I was going to ask that. If Cortez wins, it means she's getting takedown. She has a very good double leg, honestly, for a woman. No disrespect, but that's a good double leg for women's MMA. And on top, she's a very good grappler. I disagree with you. I think her jiu-jitsu is legit. She gets to the back. Looks like she's getting better at getting finishing positions. If she wins, it means she's on top for 2 rounds at least, and she should be getting to finishing positions. Jasudavicius, probably brave and stupid enough to try to get up from every position. You know what I mean? She's game as fuck. Cortez finishing props are gigantic numbers, taking in account she needs to be in finishing positions to win the fight. So, yeah, why not? I lean Cortez. I think she can get double legs and win the fight. On the money line is a pass. I lean her. Her finishing props are all right, I think.
Nice. Edgar Chairez versus Daniel Lacerda. We will be there no matter what.
No matter what. I'm 0-4 betting Lacerda. And I got one more in me.
Yeah,
I lost so much money on this idiot from the favela. It's insane. I need it back here.
If it's not now, then when? It's got to be now, right?
I mean he's going to be the only 0-5 fighter in consecutive fights ever in the UFC, right? I think Dana White recognizes the massive superstar potential in this kid. We started a little bit wrong, but maybe there is a Charles Oliveira story here if he gets more than 5 minutes of cardio.
Do you remember the funniest one was the knee bar against Francisco?
I was like, I got him. Like I was like, the moment he got him down, I was we got him. We got the bad Figueredo here. He's fucked. And then he gets, I don't know, he got knee barred from like guard. It was insane.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I mean, I don't regret any bet I have made on this kid. And the last one should have hit. That was some of the most ridiculous cage fighting I have seen in my life. CJ Vergara was literally sprinting from him in the cage with the fear of God in his eyes. I mean, this guy has good skills. He's hittable, but he's fast. Very talented, I feel, in every phase of the game, maybe outside of wrestling. Very good jiu-jitsu. He just wills. I think he's too poor to get the good steroids. Come on. Go to Chute. If this guy goes to Chute box, that's it. Champion. Can you imagine him with round 1, but for 3 rounds?
No, I can't.
Who's going to beat this guy? Yeah. And with elite durability, he will be a terror, man. I hope it happens. He should go to Chute box. Needs to win this fight. I mean, Chairez fucking sucks. But he's durable as fuck, he's game, and he has pace. The third is either going to submit him in 1 round or fucking die. And we will be there no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward fight here. Lacerda, I'm not confident that Lacerda is going to win, but I am confident that he's going to give him hell for 5 minutes at least.
I mean, how does Lacerda not get his back here if he wants?
Yeah, I mean, the 2 obvious concerns on Lacerda are his cardio is non-existent and he's very, very hittable. But a lot of his losses like came from just either gassing out or just like kind of quitting. Like I don't think Altamirano like hurt him to the head, did he? Wasn't it like a body shot and he kind of turtled up?
I don't know, but he's like he always beats everyone until he's not beating anyone. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. Like he's a good fighter, skills wise. So yeah, I think if he wins this fight, there can be a turnaround. I'm willing to go 0-5. I mean, the
No,
numbers are
I
there
get it.
every time. I'm serious when I say that I don't regret any of the ones I did. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Chira he's one UFC fight and it was a pretty dominant loss to Tyra. I think he maybe outperformed some people's expectations in that fight, and maybe that's why he's such a big favorite here. Obviously, Lucindo being 0-4. I think it's dog or pass. I don't have anything on it at the moment, but I do think he's the side for sure. If he beats him up for 5 minutes and things start to go south, then it is what it is. But I don't know how you can lay this kind of price on Chires when he's 0-1 in the UFC and probably going to drop the first round at least.
Are you not going to be with me on this bet here? This is going to be a legendary cash, Andrew.
I probably will be.
The start of the comeback.
I probably will be. Yeah. I'm just debating whether or not like I want to play it from a money line perspective or maybe like take the early props. I haven't really even looked at the props yet, but at plus 200, I mean, it's dog or pass for sure. It's a hard guy to do business with. I haven't bet him in any of those fights, I don't think, but it's just like tough to part with your money when you know after 5 to 6 or 7 minutes, like it's gonna go down the drain no matter what.
That's why no one will remember your name. I mean, he was in position to win every one of those fights. Maybe the Altamirano one wasn't, but he had Molina's back. I mean, it's not very hard taking Molina's back from what I heard. But the other guys, he also has good positions. Yeah, why not?
This next one is why people will remember my name. Josh Fremd over Roman Kopylov. I think this line is kind of insane. Kopylov, pretty good striker, bad grappler, bad cardio. Fremd is like an okay striker. He's grappling upside here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see how Kopylov covers this massive price unless he knocks him out early. Do you see any? I don't really have too much of an in-depth breakdown other than that. Like, how does he cover minus 350, minus 400 here unless he just goes out there and starches him?
Yeah, I mean, short notice is a concern for Fremd here. He didn't look good in short notice last time. I think he looked horrible. I had him by finish. But yeah, like gun to my head, I think Kopylov probably can catch him and knock him out, but that's like minus money. I have to bet Fremd at this price, I think. So yeah. I mean, Kopylov has nothing off his back. If Fremd can get this going, like grappling-wise and force grappling, get takedowns, Kopylov doesn't have great cardio. He had like a war, like, yeah, life and death war with Duraev, who has been shown as a fraud, in my opinion. And then he had some pretty favorable matchups, in my opinion. Soriano can wrestle a bit, but it's not like he's a proactive grappler with cardio or anything. I think if Fremd can make it ugly, he can win. If this stays at the space, Fremd is probably going to get caught and die. I mean, he has some power too. At this number, I think Fremd has to be the side. Yeah, high floor. We like that here. High floor. Where is Mugabe telling me that Fremd is super high floor here?
High floor. No, I mean, you can't. If you're laying, like, I shouldn't say you. If I'm laying these big price tags, it's not going to be on a striker who has suspect cardio and nothing off of his back. Like, if I'm like this, you have to understand, like, the implied odds on this fight are like minus 350 is like over 70, between 75 and 80%. Like, there's no more meat left on the bone. If you want to pass, but I can't endorse betting.
Kopylov is improving and he's looked good lately. Maybe he comes out with another spectacular performance or knockout here, but while he's looking better, he hasn't shown anything regarding his vulnerabilities, that they are fixed or whatever. Nobody has really tried to grapple him since he lost, and maybe it's there, maybe it's not, but you never know. I'm sure there is a Kopylov fade down the stretch soon, even if he wins.
Yeah, I mean, the elephant in the room is Ribeiro in his last fight had him hurt really bad and decided to wrestle. Like, he won that first round, got caught with a head kick in the second round, whatever. But I didn't think that was a good performance by him by any means. I bet Ribeiro there, and I probably would again next week.
Fremd fights with a lot of stupidity. I wouldn't be shocked if Fremd like lands something big. Fremd has hurt people before.
Yeah. Lupita Godinez versus Elise Reed. I think Godinez should be fine here. Reed, not a very good grappler. I think Godinez is a bit better of a striker too. Doesn't always fight smart, but I just think she kind of has Reed covered here. And if she grapples, she probably looks like a massive favorite. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Godinez, big price, justified. What do you think? I still
Yeah.
have this on the screen.
I don't understand that comment.
Which
Would
one?
be a best fight sloth error? Like what?
I don't know.
Yeah, Godinez. I mean, I thought she beat Hill. That's the only fight she lost in the UFC, right? If I remember correctly.
No, she lost to I know she lost because I bet her against Luana
to Jessica
Carolina.
Peneda, but that was a robbery.
No, Luana Carolina.
Oh, she lost. That's true. But I feel like she should have won. That was at a higher weight, but I feel like she should have won every fight she's had. I thought he won every fight outside of the Carolina one, maybe even that one. Those. I mean, all three decisions she lost are questionable, but it's almost like she's fighting herself, an autism or something. Like, what's wrong with this girl and with her camp? She's like a legit grappler. Super good wrestler, good ground game. Her sister is an Olympic wrestler, and they look the same. And she's probably training with her. Like, if she can maul this girl, like at will, if she doesn't come out and maul this girl, I'm done with her. She's a fucking idiot. That's all I have to say. Godinez should get her down here and do whatever she wants, maul her and finish her. Like, she has nothing off her back. Elise Reed. Sierra Eubanks moves in slow motion and, I mean, kill her on top. Godinez by whatever she wants. If she comes out and strikes this out, fuck her. Cut her, send her to Mexico FC or whatever. I'm done with her.
Fair
What's up,
enough.
Hilario? My favorite podcast viewer, Hilario. You see, I went with the conquistador look for UFC Noche to remind you of when we invaded your country with 200 men.
And he's not afraid to do it again, folks. He is not.
My favorite, when we went there to burn villages and enslave people. I love it.
Fernando Padilla versus Kyle Nelson. I want to fade Fernando Padilla so bad. I just don't think that Kyle Nelson's necessarily the spot to do it. In his last fight, I mean, he caught Arosa quickly. It is what it is. But I don't think he's very skilled at all. He's 3 fights removed, going to a split with Nate Richardson. He lost to Spike Carlisle. I definitely am still suspect on his grappling. Kyle Nelson, on the other hand, you kind of know what you're getting with him. He's hung around the UFC for a while now, loses a little bit more than he wins. He's kind of serviceable everywhere, not very good anywhere. Has shown cardio issues in the past. Maybe shoot some takedowns here. I think Padilla is the better striker. I kind of think this is going to be like a lower pace fight. I could see kind of a boring fight where Padilla just lands a little more, does a little more, clear but boring decision. Yeah, so I'm picking Padilla. I lean decision. Wouldn't be surprised if Nelson fades late, but yeah, those are my thoughts. Hopefully a future fade. What about you?
Yeah, Padilla is getting priced like he is Mike Tyson for some reason. His inside the distance is -110. I mean, come on, he has 5 knockouts. UCJ, I mean, do you think I could put UCJ down with a free shot?
Yeah.
Down and out. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I favor submission over knockout for a finish for him. I think Padilla by submission or decision plus 160 is a pretty good look. I'm not betting it. I did bet Padilla by submission at a good price. It is what it is. Nelson probably has to shoot a lot of stupid takedowns here. He loves to stay in there, get his neck in places he shouldn't be getting his neck, and he hasn't been facing submission threats lately, but this guy has really, really long arms and submission ability. And I think it's a good price, but yeah. It's a fight to learn more about him, I feel, Padilla. I mean, I wouldn't bet inside -110. Nelson is pretty durable. Billy Q killed him, but who has knocked him out? He can take a shot, kind of. And he will make it dirty, so yeah. I'm picking Padilla by submission, but we'll see.
Daniel Zellhuber versus Christos Giagos. My thoughts on this one are kind of similar to the last one. Like Yagos has a grappling path, but he's also the smaller fighter, the older fighter. He has suspect
More
cardio.
experienced.
More
You say older.
experience.
You say older. I say more experienced.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I probably think this is dog or pass just because there is a lot of grappling upside for Yagos. Zellhuber, 2 fights removed from just completely laying an egg versus Trey Ogden because he was scared of the grappling. But he has improvement upside. He's much longer. He's the better striker. He impressed me in his last fight. So I'm staying away from this one, but I am picking Zellhuber. Couldn't blame you, though, if you're taking a big plus number on Yagos, hoping that he gets the grappling going early. Is that kind of what you're envisioning here?
Yeah, this is dog or pass. I mean, Zellhuber was terrified of the grappling against Trey Ogden. Giagos can grapple, can get takedowns, he's very strong, can bang, can punch. Zellhuber is always priced like he's fucking Oscar de la Hoya in MMA for some reason. Must be his nickname, but he's not all that. Like, he's fast, has some power, and that's about it. I don't think this guy is going anywhere in the division. And he's Mexican. What can you say about him? Yeah, he's Mexican or whatever. He can fight a little bit, but his grappling is horrendous. I mean, Giagos at anything better than plus 200 has to be decided. If he dies, I don't give a fuck.
Cool. Raul Rosas Jr. taking on Terrence Mitchell. I mean, this is the setup fight of all setup fights. I see people on Twitter are laying like minus 185 for him to win in round 1. Like, he probably does, but it's just, it's a crazy price to be
Fucking
laying.
squares. Fucking squares. I'm about to tell you what's the play of the fight.
Yeah, I'll make this brief. Yeah, Rosas should win by submission. Mitchell, not a good grappler at all. Big step down in competition for Rosas from Rodriguez to Mitchell. I don't even know how Mitchell got in the UFC. Obviously, just not quite there in terms of caliber, but I don't mind them giving him a layup fight, so to speak. He took a step up, wasn't ready yet necessarily. He's got 8 pro fights. He's 18 years old. Probably gets a quick sub here. What do you have to say about this one?
I bet Mitchell round 1 plus 1700. I mean, what are we doing here? This guy fucking sucks, Raul Rosas. He has like 5 minutes of kung fu, but Terrence Mitchell does too. This is 5 minutes of kung fu versus 5 minutes of kung fu. What I think is going to happen, Rosas probably takes his back and chokes him out, but this other guy is literally better than him on the feet, and he also... What happens if Mitchell shoots the Mongoloid takedown faster than him? He can get Rosas down. I mean, he got Cameron Simon down. Can you imagine what Cameron Simon will do to Raul Rosas? Bad things, Andrew. Bad things.
He'll do nothing.
Rosas is a bum. He's going to get cut soon. I don't know. They have convinced the kid that he's going to be a star or something. You are not going to be a star. You are not that good and you are ugly as fuck. 2 big red flags for being a star. I mean, I have never seen a star in any combat sport or a sport whatsoever that looks like him. Have you? I think that alone disqualifies you. Like, no disrespect, but it's important to look good.
I don't think I know anyone who looks like him, honestly.
Not me, like in my life either. He looks like he headbutted a wall with his face or something. Yeah, I think he's going to finish inside 1, but at this price, I have to take Terrence Mitchell. Maybe he does magic. Some magic happens. This price is insane. He has finished 100% of his wins and most in round 1. It's literally 5 minutes of kung fu versus 5 minutes of kung fu. He can get a takedown. He can get the back. He can, I don't know, hit a head kick or whatever. On the feet, he's better than Rosas. Rosas probably shoots faster and gets the back or whatever, and it's done fast, but you never know. It's not like Rosas wasn't going life and death with this fucking guy from The Ultimate Fighter, the guillotine guy. And look what Christian Rodriguez did to him. You should have been there, but you bet on Rosas. That was big treason there. I remember that. We have not forgotten.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have that bet on Mitchell round 1, small, plus 1600. I mean, come on, I have to. And if Rosas wins in the most impressive manner possible, there is another faith soon, and we will be there no matter what. This guy is going to be a reverse money train, Raul Rosas.
You want to hear a funny story? You'll love this. Someone DM'd me a couple weeks ago when the line for this fight came out, and they were like, "Bro, how is Terrence McKinney such a big underdog against?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I looked it up, and I was like, "Dude, that's Terrence Mitchell, not Terrence McKinney." I was like, "Terrence Mitchell's a 155-pounder."
This guy is still talking in the press and all that, like he's, I don't know, Peter Yan, You know,
Yeah, I was
I
waiting.
will beat the Jan. Beat the Jan. I want to beat his ass. I mean, come on, man, you cannot beat anyone good. What?
Oh my
I
god.
mean, it's not. I know that he's young and all that, but you can see he's never, ever going to be a good striker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he fucking sucks on the feet.
He'll
There are
probably grapple a lot of people though. If he
not
could
a
work,
lot of people.
yeah. I
He
mean,
grappled Jai Perrin.
Jay
I mean, and
Perry's not
Christian
bad.
Rodriguez for a round. Christian Rodriguez can get grappled a little bit, like taken down. And that the moment this kid fights someone with takedown defense, he's what is the following of death? Super death. Like, he's not beating anyone good. Can you imagine what Peter Yang will do to this kid? I
Yeah,
say
I
let's
mean,
make
he's
it
18
happen.
years old.
Get
In
him
theory,
2
not
wins
the
and
top 5 guy.
let's go in Russia. Can you imagine Dana saying like, you know what Raul Rosas told me? He wants Peter Yan in Russia. UFC Moscow. Peter Yan versus Raul Rosas. Interim bantamweight championship of the world.
I heard
2024.
I heard a couple people on Twitter were saying that Jan's gonna fight Yadong Song next.
Yeah, he started camp. He gave me a call before the show. I don't know if he's
Tough
fighting
fight.
strong, but yeah, he started camp.
It's a tough fight.
Yeah, it's a tough fight, but can Jadon Song grapple?
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Is he going to knock out Peter Yan?
I could see it.
I don't.
Jan's
I
looked
don't.
soft lately. I'm gonna be honest. He's like very soft. He's not. Aljamain Sterling took that guy's soul. It didn't even look like him out there in his last
He beat
fight.
the Sterling every time they fought. To be honest, he looked bad in the Merab fight, but he was clearly injured. I mean, come on, let's be honest now. Not even talking
Yeah,
about
all
the
right.
legs. There was something
Let's
else.
not get off track here. We have other frauds to
Bro,
talk
an Asian guy is not outstriking Peter Yan.
about.
Like, are you
You couldn't
crazy?
help yourself.
Have you
You
ever
couldn't
seen
help
break
yourself.
Jose Aldo out, like break Jose Aldo down like that? He took his fucking soul. That was crazy. Can you imagine how one kick from Jose Aldo feels like? He broke
Wait,
him.
who are you talking about?
Peter Yan broke Jose Aldo. Have you forgotten?
Oh, I thought you said Jose Aldo broke Song. I was like, I don't think they ever fought.
I think that's a dangerous fight for like 2 rounds, and then Peter Yan takes him to the gulag.
What do you think about Jack? Or actually, I've gone first every fight on this card because it's UFC Noche, and so I'm kind of taking control here. Jack Della versus Kevin Holland. I lean Holland. Not as strong as I think you do, but I do think it's a close fight. Holland much longer, much more athletic. If anyone has grappling success here, it's going to be him. Obviously, I've been waiting to fade Jack Della with a great grappler. I don't think this is that spot. Obviously, I tried to bet a lot of money on Sean Brady when that fight was booked. Yeah, I mean, we know what he is. He's a good pocket boxer, but outside of that, I don't think his skill set's anything special. He's a really good pocket boxer, but he's not athletic. I don't think his hardware is amazing. His grappling isn't great. I mean, his level of competition is pretty horrible. He has a split decision win over Basil Hafez on short notice. Danny Roberts, Pete Rodriguez. I mean, he won a close fight.
That's all the names you want in your resume at 170. Hot chocolate is a must for any resume at 170.
The Ameev win looked okay, I guess. The Randy Brown win was quick, but it's like I said, he can get inside on some of these people. But Holland's extremely durable. He's fought the best of the best. Obviously, you take a look at just his last few fights, like Michael Chiesa, Ponzinibbio, Stephen Thompson, Hamza Chimaev. He's fought much better competition. He's, like I said, he's long, he's durable, he's athletic, he's fast. I could see this fight being a banger, honestly, and I'll take the dog money on a fight that I think could go either way. I haven't yet because I'm going to do a little bit more work on this fight. I've been staring at it for days.
Andrew, listen to me.
The floor is yours.
You are going to regret not betting this. Like Strickland last week.
That's the thing. Is if I miss the fade, I'll be devastated.
Like, Basil Hafez, justice for him. He won that fight. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Plus 475, I want my fucking money. I think that was a bad decision. Round 2 was questionable. Okay, I think he won. So Jack Della Maddalena has not beaten anyone good, really. It's like a pocket boxer we talked about him before. He's good at boxing inside. and he's not his meme shot, but his where he makes difference. His differential is his body shots, and that's about it. He has good power, but he's extremely hittable. It's not like he's fast. He goes life and death with a bodybuilder with a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and people are like, "Oh, Kevin Holland versus Jack Della Maddalena." Yeah, Jack Della Maddalena minus 150. Are you all fucking crazy? What's going on? How is this getting bet? Who's betting Jack Della Maddalena? How much money do Australians have? This makes no sense at all.
People are high on him, like very high on him.
Holland is extremely durable. Is he going to fold him with a liver shot? Holland can hit him from the other side of the octagon, and he's much, much faster than him, and he's the much, much better grappler, and he has the better gas, and he's the much more durable guy. He has faced the much, much better people. This is a no-brainer, bro.
We
will be there no matter what.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm picking Holland for sure. There is definitely hype on JDM. I mean, it was crazy when the Brady fight got kicked. People were like furious in my mentions after that bet. Like, obviously, I made the biggest bet I've ever made on Sean Brady. It's not a secret at this point. And people
Brady will rape him. Like, rape him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Jack Della Maddalena gets him with his fucking horrendous guillotine from the regional scene in Australia that he tried like 17 times against Campbell. But
it's funny because even the Amir fight, like in
I can see that. I can see that. Maybe my boy Big C is betting. I mean, he bets like emotionally sometimes. He bet Chiesa big, I know. So maybe he just wants to get Holland back. He's that kind of man.
Do you think that if Amir and JDM fought again, you would favor Amir?
No, I wouldn't favor him because he's not like that good of a takedown artist, and to get to his positions, he's going to get hit to the body like he did. But like he had him in a deep anaconda.
Yeah.
That was deep. Like that could have been the fight right there, and everybody would have been like, "Oh, Amir, best bet of all time." That was 24/7 inside. That was easy to see coming in. You know what I mean? People always say that, do the stupid shit, but there is no way you don't favor Holland here. Like, no way.
Crazy stat.
Yeah, it has to be a body shot. He's not going to fold Holland with a headshot.
I don't agree with this at all. Like, Kevin Holland is a
bigger star than anybody he has fought.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm besides Chimaev, maybe.
Yeah, Chimaev, obviously, but we all saw how that went.
Yeah, no, he's been a top level guy for a while. Like, especially when he came down to 170. Like,
Holland is going to win the striking. That's what I'm saying. He's so much faster and so much longer.
Yeah, Della's not a star. He's just like a star and like a little sliver of MMA Twitter.
You see what Holland said?
No.
Like, I don't know what Jack Della Maddalena said, but Holland was like, if you would have been that big of a star, they would have found out someone for you to fight in Australia. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, you're a nobody. He's right. Nobody knows Jack Della Maddalena outside of fighting circles. Yeah, we know him, and he's kind of a sensation. He's beaten a lot of trash cans. Okay. Your day is coming, Jack.
Yeah, they're numbered one way or the other. Alexa Grasso rematching Valentina Shevchenko. You ever so famously predicted the Alexa Grasso win the first time on this podcast.
By submission.
I kind of dismissed it. I thought Valentina was going to win easy. Obviously, that wasn't the case. On rewatch, I was surprised at how close the fight actually was leading up to the finish. Like, people made it sound like, oh, Valentina.
Yeah, but you remember this live? I was losing my mind. Valentina was minus 1,000 after 2 rounds. And Grasso clearly won round 1, and the fight was very competitive. It's not like she was washing her grappling or anything. She was in serious issues.
Yeah.
She was up 2-1, obviously, on the card, but she was having fucking issues. I don't like, the lifeline was insane.
100%, I agree. And it's funny you say that because I was watching it like a week ago with the sound off, and I didn't remember the fight. I barely even paid attention to it the first time it happened. And after the second round, they put it on the screen, the live odds, and I was like,
minus 1,000, yeah.
I was like, if I was paying attention to that fight, I probably would have smashed it. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot in play here. I think Valentina has regressed a little bit. Obviously, she's still a very good fighter, but she's 35 years old. Her last 2 fights have been 2 of her worst performances, I thought. A lot of people thought Santos beat her. Grasso obviously beat her in a fight that was a massive upset. You've got Grasso on the other side, 5 years younger, already has a win over her. She's on a good win streak. She lost to Carla, but has ripped off 5 in a row since then. Obviously, the first fight was close. Valentina up 2-1 on the cards. She was outlanding her at distance. The biggest thing, but I did think that Grasso was the better striker. As I actually was talking to someone about that earlier this week. I think Grasso looked to, even though Val was landing more, I feel like Grasso looked to be the better striker in that fight. And the biggest concern on the Grasso side is the wrestling of Shevchenko. Like I think her takedown defense is very poor. Shevchenko was taking her down. I think that's her main path here. I just don't know if she could do it for 5 rounds. I do think she was slowing down towards the end of that fight. I can't imagine her cardio is getting, or skill sets getting better at this point in her life. It's just so hard for me to bet Grasso at this price when last time they fought, she was a massive underdog. I didn't bet it. And I would feel stupid if I bet it and she was just on her back shortly after. So it's a very interesting fight. I think I'm picking Grasso to get it done again, but not with little confidence. I know you picked her as a big underdog the first time. Are you picking her again this time?
Yeah, all odds aside, I think Grasso is going to win the fight again. Like, first fight, technically speaking, very interesting to rewatch. I don't agree with people saying the striking was close. Grasso won the striking by a fair margin. Only, I mean, she hurt her in round 1. It's not like she hurt her out or anything, but she was close to making the chicken dance for a moment. She got her with 2-3 punches and she was hurt round 1. Valentina is obviously a very good kicker, but Grasso completely shut down her game with stance changes, changing the stance, and the way she feints a lot. She's very good with the jab. She's very technical. She always knows when to come back, when to exit, sets up things. Grasso is a very, very good boxer. And
you think it's fair to say that Valentina's never fought someone with a functional jab?
I will have to rewind, but probably, yeah. Amanda Nunes doesn't have a functional jab. I don't know, perhaps.
That's my favorite saying.
She fought Germaine de Randami, or that never happened?
No, I don't think so.
No, she fought Holly Holm, and she beat Holly Holm quite decisively.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. For me, the thing is that the striking is a wrap. If they are going to start where they left, and I don't think Shevchenko can adjust a lot. If you watch the fight, like, just talking about boxing, there was a point of the fight around round 3, the end of round 3, round 4, where she had to just regress to jabbing with her because she couldn't do anything. And she landed some jabs, but her boxing game was completely shut down. You know what I mean? Like, she was like sticking to the basics and tried to get entries. She was slowing down. No, it wasn't free. It was like she had to adjust to that because she couldn't do anything else boxing with Grasso. You're wrong. All the respect.
The stats didn't tell the story in this fight for sure. Did not.
Grasso was landing the bigger punches every round on the feet. She was dominating the striking. I think the only way Valentina covers, and what I expect her to do, is to come out grappling heavy. If she makes it obvious she's not getting the takedowns, the takedowns she got were reactive takedowns or very good entries. I think Grasso is going to fuck her up, honestly. She's getting older. The gas, I'm not sure is going to be there. Can Valentina get takedowns? For sure. Yeah, that wasn't happening. But I think Grasso, I mean, I like Grasso to finish. That's the price I like. Plus 350. And fight ends by submission is a good look, I think, because Valentina is going to grapple heavy. She showed that she can pass and get to dangerous positions. She's very good at attacking that crucifix position, maybe a TKO, but she has arm bars. She took the back briefly. I think I lean that doesn't go in general, and I like Grasso finish. And yeah, I think Valentina to win has to grapple heavy and get on top, finish, and dominate or something. But Grasso did a very good job. Even when she got taken down, she's a good jiu-jitsu player. Very good guard. She uses butterfly hooks. She never settles. She attacks. She has a high guard. Yeah, why not? I think, and still, just keep it 1 for Triple B. Barber is coming to take the strap soon. Grasso is going to try to run from that fight, but it's over for all of them. Triple B, baby.
What is Grasso's floor here? Right?
I mean, Grasso by submission first time was like plus 1100, I think. It's now plus 430, which is an overcorrection in my opinion, but I don't know. It may be a fair line. Like grappling is going to take place, and it's not like Grasso cannot take her down, and she's a very good back taker too. You know what I mean? She may need just one takedown, even if she doesn't settle, she just attacks the back so good. That was insane.
That was a quick.
Yeah,
It was
Joe
over
Rogan
very
was like
quickly.
coming. Oh, let's see that again. Let's see that again. The guy had never seen a back take before. Let's see that again. Oh, marvelous.
Sweet. That is sweet.
Yeah,
Probably
that was an opener.
probably
Pepe knows about openers, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a crazy big number. What else?
Grasso is coming out boxing, not wrestling. This guy said Grasso comes out wrestling. I mean, she made wrestle, but she's for sure coming out boxing. She was beating her ass boxing. I don't know what fight people watched.
I'm picking Grasso. I have no bets right now, but it's a very interesting fight. Like I said, Shevchenko obviously was getting those takedowns pretty easily, which is a concern for me. I thought she looked very regressed in the striking. To me, and obviously you agree with me, I think Grasso was clearly getting the better of her in the stand-up. And if Val does wrestle, I don't think she necessarily can do it for 5 rounds. Grasso finished inside 2 if she feels like.
Historically, Valentina molds people from clinch positions because she's super strong and very good in that position. But Grasso is great at the clinch, and she got taken down from double legs, reactive double legs, things like that. I don't know if Valentina can come out like without disguising it. You know what I mean? Like come out all out grappling and have success. I don't know if that's going to happen, and that's a lot of gas to waste doing that. It's a 5-round fight, and she's ancient. Like 35 for 125 women is very old. That's like a 50-year-old heavyweight. I'm serious.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is when Val was wrestling, she wasn't doing much on top.
Clint is speaking Grasso?
I guess.
Your friend Clint is speaking Grasso? I mean, we may have to max bet Shevchenko now.
Oh my.
I'm joking. Come on, Andrew.
I think Blanchfield would beat Grasso tomorrow.
Blanchfield lost her last fight. Fucking Blanchfield, I want my money back too.
You don't have to tell me.
Fucking bullshit. Yeah, 5 rounds Blanchfield is going to be a problem. I mean, 5 rounds you have to favor her against Tyler. I thought Tyler looked the favorite over 3, but over 5, like she was redlining bad. Like she didn't have anything else.
Do you remember when we talked about that fight for the first time? And I was like, Blanchfield wins over 5 and Santos wins over 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had it
Andrew spent like 6 months telling me how Blanchfield was going to beat her, and there the fight.
No, I said over 5 rounds.
Gets resigned, and Andrew's like, I think I'm betting Santos.
No, that is bullshit. 3 rounds. I said 3 rounds Santos, 5 rounds Blanchfield. And
that's a good comment, man.
Santos did look like the favorite in that fight. Yeah, it's not going to be fun, but whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know.
Derek Brunson pulled out of the fight against Dolice. Yeah. Dolice is calling out Robert Whittaker.
That could happen.
I mean, if Dolice just comes out and bulldozes Robert Whittaker, maybe we have to restart MMA and pretend nothing happened.
Yeah.
From UFC 1, because we are doing something wrong.
Go back to UFC 1. People will be wearing like shoes and geese.
It was all like a tryout. This doesn't count. UFC 1.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, Gugave, you were a big Derek Brunson guy, like way back in the day. He's a legend, Derek Brunson. He had some good ones.
Yeah, he's a legend of losing people's money as an underdog. That was he's a legend. That he got the Shabasian one, the Edmund win. Okay, great price. He was like plus 300. But since then, everybody's betting.
Let me address this really quick. They needed Josh Allen to throw 3 picks to have a chance. It's like they have one of the best defense in the league. That's like saying, oh, Khabib needed takedowns.
That was fucking big. I want my money back. I like 10 when I not 10 minutes in, when I saw the whole thing and Rodgers coming out with the flag, and I realized it's 9-11, a New York team playing, I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. The Jets are winning this no matter what.
That was a terrible bet.
Their quarterback can die, which happened, and they will win anyway. And that's what happened. Josh Allen was passing to this guy. They have drilled that like three times. Come on. They are playing in the backyard to get 3 into the same guy. Come on. No, I'm joking, but that was ridiculous. Ridiculous all around game. Like Andrew doesn't want to talk about this because he knows it was a rigged game as a Jets fan. But like the last play of the game for the Bills on Stephon Diggs, how is that not pass interference? Come on, man.
Bro, they literally took the ball from Josh Allen, ran it back for a touchdown, and then they blew the thing dead. You have to nerve.
How is that not PI? Like
I'm
two
not
full
talking
hands.
about
The
this
hand,
right
the
now.
ball is not even thrown yet. Two full hands of jersey on Stephon Diggs. That was. That's not
I'm
like,
not-
oh, I haven't seen it. They didn't want to call it.
What does this even mean? Australia Town fighting koalas. What sport is that?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know either. They didn't play a perfect game. They literally had like everything went wrong. Their star quarterback went down in 4 plays, and their defense
That was part of the plan.
carried them. No, I mean, I definitely don't think we're going all the way. I think we would have had a good shot with Rodgers, but I think they could be a playoff team with a great defense and good running game.
Yeah, it was clear PI on Diggs.
That was clear. Pass interference.
It was. I mean, it was. It's not. I mean, it's you cannot discuss it. It was. It's there on tape. I saw it with my eyes, Andrew. Two full hands of jersey.
He's talking about a different play.
Yeah, I know the one he said they pushed Briscoe.
That was for sure pass interference. Like that's a picture.
Questionable, but I don't mind that one. You know what
Even
I mean?
like the biggest.
It's one of those that you are like, okay, if they call it, it's all right. If they don't call it, it's all right. But the last one was blatant.
The one that was ridiculous was the Jets took the ball from Josh Allen, ran it for a touchdown. They said the ball was down. That would have been the biggest swing of the game. It wouldn't have even been close.
Yeah, but I had the Bills.
Yeah, the call was in.
They were reviewing, and I had to call Commissioner Goodell.
I mean, the odds are stacked against them. They have a super hard schedule.
I think they have a chance.
No, I do too. They have a great defense, good running game.
Like, how many teams are going to score 20 points on the Jets?
Not many. All right, Kool-Aid man. You're NFL no longer interested in your NFL opinions. We had our conversation. You think Brady takes a Jets call? No, he's never coming back. He's a part-time owner of the Raiders, retired a Patriot.
He's laying pipe around all over the place now. That he's divorced. Like he got no time for small things like playing for the Jets. He's into supermodels now. I didn't post it. Yeah, this guy is asking, but I played. I forgot that, but I played something like really stupid, like Hertz TD, Devonta Smith TD. I think Dallas Goedert TD, Hertz over rushing yards, and Cousins under passing yards. I don't even remember what I played. I played something really stupid, but yeah, Eagles -6.
What is there to revisit? They're literally -300 to miss the playoffs. Like their star quarterback went down.
Your friendship with Kool-Aid Man is legendary in this show.
Bro, that's like saying like Khabib's gonna fight Ali Quinta and being like, oh, Khabib's gonna win. Like we'll revisit it. Or that'd be like if someone told you about the Rosas fight. Oh, we'll revisit that round 1 play after the fight. It's like cool. He's +1600. Like
can you imagine if Terrence Mitchell comes out and does the funniest thing of all time and destroys Rosas in 1 round?
If Terrence Mitchell
wins, if he does that, I may get his fight kit, his UFC fight kit, Terrence Mitchell. And
dude,
Rocky in the podcast.
They don't even make that.
They make it for every fighter, I think. You can get.
There's no way they sell a Terrence Mitchell fight kit. Bro.
Come on, how not? I mean, you can get every jersey in the NFL from some bum they got from the reserve team. How can I don't?
No,
get
you can't.
Terrence Mitchell, bro. Alaska FC I don't know if champion, but Alaska FC legend. Now in the UFC, and you cannot get his jersey, like in football. Come on, man, that's bullshit. For sure, you can get it.
No, you know what you need if he wins by first round finish, you need to get like a picture of the fight and hang it on your wall right next to that phone right there.
And one of Malkoun, I think. You see that Malkoun is -500 against.
It's a wide line.
I think the only question is Malkoun going to finish someone, because this guy is a quitter?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
it's gonna be a sweat.
Will Malkoun not want to finish him more, or will Brundage want to quit more? That's what's going to come down.
As you know, Malkoun doesn't finish people to prove dominance. It's an alpha trait. Like he wants full dominance over the 15 minutes, no fluke, no questions. He wants to prove dominance. It's a Sigma trait.
Sigma trait. What else? That's nice of you, and we love.
Yeah, I agree. I also think we deserve to get paid like $1 million for doing this.
What do you think about the crazy lines as of late for newcomers? A year or two, it'd be evens now, debuters or minus 1,000 favorites. I think some of these debutants are fighting like perfect example. Charlie Campbell is debuting and fighting Alex Reyes, or Josephine Knutson's debuting and fighting Marnicman. I kind of feel like it's more who they're fighting rather than debutants. I actually ran a bunch of numbers recently. You wouldn't have made money betting on or fading debutants in the UFC this year. You'd be like about even or slightly down. So like there's no edge. There's no like edge in a one size fits all approach. You can't just bet them. You can't just bet against them.
Yeah. This is Andrew's department, the pep talk about numbers and all that. I'll give you the good
I
bet.
barely even do know. I'm like 1% numbers, 99% tape.
This is your department. Alaska champion confirmed. Yeah, I mean you don't understand the bet because you weren't there watching that run in Alaska FC, but I was there, and I know what I have in my hands here with this plus 1,600.
We don't talk about that fight here.
What fight? Yeah, would have been a good fight if Francis Marshall didn't pull out. I hope they rebook it.
It's a interesting question. I don't know. What do you think?
I have no idea, honestly.
I don't know either.
But they are keeping the belt warm. Triple B, it's coming. I mean, who's going to beat her over 5? Blanchfield?
Yeah, probably.
Can you imagine what Barber will do to Blanchfield in the clinch or in the open? Like he just needs to hit her once and then the downfall. Barber hits you once and it's like a lion hunting a buffalo. He just stalks you with her elbows, and she's the
Taylor,
best.
always. Your boy, David Taylor, the Magic Man.
That's a wrestler, right? David
Yeah.
Taylor. Yeah, big Taylor guy here.
Big Taylor guy. He's the people at the supermarket in Spain are talking about that match already.
Nobody can, like, they can't stop talking about David Taylor. The biggest thing since Bonica.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. I like the card next week, so
I
it
think
should be a fun pod.
now I honestly think they are going to give it to Fiorot because she beat Rose, and it's like a very winnable fight for Grasso, and they favor Mexican fighters so much. You know what I mean? Like the Moreno thing is ridiculous. They know it's a big market because Mexican people, I don't want to say they are dumb, but they love fighting and they love watching their fighters. You know what I mean? Not in a dumb way, but they are fanatics.
You easily could have said that without the dumb comment. It was not even really related to what you were talking about.
My boy Hilario is watching, so I have to keep it spicy.
He's punching air right now at home. Yeah. Oh, how are we not going to talk about the pleasure, man? We were all pleasured on Saturday.
I think, honestly, I was surprised that he got knocked out like that. I think Petrino spent his chin. Like, how do you get knocked out by fucking Tyson Pedro if you took those shots from Petrino?
There he is. Yeah, he does. I don't even know what to...
I mean, we went there with a fucking boat. It was 3 boats, actually. 200 men, and we took over the entire country. Millions of people. And we were like, yeah, sword, whip, everything. The entire country. Made an empire, took over the rest of Latin America. Easy money. I can talk whatever I want. When you invade us back, you can talk. Until then, 200 men. So what?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I mean, that's a lie. A widespread lie. That we beat him with a calf or something. Like, suddenly all the Mexicans were like, the Spanish brought the flu. We are going to die. Nobody dies from the flu.
All right, we're way off topic here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Magic, close it out.
We need to ban Mexicans from the podcast. Yeah, I have nothing to say, really. This card kind of sucks, but I hope we make money. Next one is really good. Really, really good. And we will be there no matter what. And yeah, go Eagles. I need these units.